Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Dom Cicale Mafia Roundtable. Hope everybody's having a great day. I am beat down. St. Louis, the meeting went well. We had a lot of good vibes. People, I got six more. See, six more things to put on the table. Now I'm just joking. Boy, I'm tired. Tomorrow in the morning, I head out to LA. We have some podcasts we're doing out there. We're going to have a sit down with Michael Franchese finally. Yes, we're going to sit down. We're going to have an intellectual adult conversation. I'm sure about the mafia, about everything. We're going to expound on all different topics and maybe even have a live sit down. We'll go back and forth on certain things, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait to meet Michael. We'll probably go out to dinner the night before, and then just sit down and as they say, shoot the shit. So stay tuned. We're going to be talking about OCN, Official Crypto Nostra, that's for sure. And we'll give some people some education on it. Definitely education with OCN. So let's go. Let's say hello to everybody. Scully, good to see you. Cynthia, All Star, Shay, Philly Bob. Who else? Nancy, Nicole, good to see you. Hello. Francisco, scrolling on down. Wise guy, what's going on? Who else we have? Anthony Michael, good to see you. Thank you for tuning in, as always. Golf, what's going on? People, don't be afraid. Hit that like button. You're not going to get electrocuted. Raphael, good to see you. Kathleen in the house. Hello, Kathleen. How are you today? Susan, nice to see you, as always. People, I have not gotten any books out. I'm really, really sorry. I came back. I had a lot to do. Just don't even have enough time. Didn't even go to the gym today. Did my bike ride, did my walk, got that in. It's just slam packed, jam packed, but keep on moving. Who else do we have? Let's see. That's about it tonight. Tammy, good to see you. How are you tonight? SP. What's this? Christopher. What's going on, Chris? Hello to you, Kathleen. Hi again. Joseph, Donna. We scrolling. Craig, good to see you. Let's see. Keep on going. John Haas. Eric, my brother Eric, what's going on? Eric's been hiding from me. Eric got really nervous with me. I told him, I said, I'm upset with you. I'm going to come to your house. I'm going to take your dog. And Eric loves his dog, so no, I'm just joking. Eric's my boy. Eric's one of the good ones out there. Joseph Matthew, what's going on? We got to get some. I wish I had an energy drink. Richie, good to see you. Thank you. Interstate Vet, what's going on? Ryan, damn, we got everybody showing up tonight. John Show in the house. What is that? Azin. Nice to see. He photoshopped himself into a picture of Tommy Cry. I have no idea who you're talking about. Mojo, the one. Richie T, Brian, Fola. Well, everybody, good to see everybody. Now, folks, who would you people think I'm going to pick as the king of New York in the Mafia? Who would you people say that I would right now, today, on the streets? We'll pick a street guy, we'll pick a jail guy, we'll pick a dead guy. How about that? We'll go all three. That's the way we roll here. Craig says, Dom, has Joe Barone ever taken you to Lino's Clam Bar, better known as Greasy Nick's? No, Joe never has taken me anywhere. Joe has taken me through the ringer, back and forth. Nah, just joking. No, but I've been to Greasy Nick's as a kid. We go back to Greasy Nick's from, I'd say, 70s and 80s. Yes, Greasy Nick's on the side of, I guess, I think a mountain, right? Like a rock face, a hole in the wall. Um, but best hamburgers back in the day. Um, who else we have? Anyway, who I would Barney from the Barney's a joke, folks. Barney's a joke. No way near it. Barney's a legend in his own mind. Nice guy, very well educated, but you know what? I'm not going to go into it, but Barney is a laughing joke. Barney, you know what, folks? I have pride as far as, and I'm going to figure out how to word this properly because, it's just not. I would be careful, okay? I'm in the mafia, okay? Well, let's take this for instance. I'll use this analogy. In our younger days, there might have been 40, 50 of us hanging around. And, some women, some girls at that time were very loose, known going around just to have a few drinks and that's it. It's on. I mean, 2 guys, 3 guys, 5 guys in a night. There might have been maybe 30, 40 guys out of the group. I mean, been with every guy throughout maybe a month or two. Just easy, easy. So I don't care how pretty, and there was a few, I mean, stunners, really, really nice. Girls that some I was with, some I wasn't with. Um, I would look at them and I was like, wow, I would love to make her my girl and, to be with this one. That's how pretty, looks, body, everything. And then I would say, even if I wanted to, even if I was able to, I can never allow myself. She's been with the whole damn neighborhood. So, how could somebody who's a street boss, he's acting for the real boss, be respected when I know, like, damn, you make this your girl? You make this your wife? Like, your main. No, no, no. Listen, everybody has a past, but you have to just picture this. He goes walking in a bar with somebody, with whomever he's with, and everybody's laughing. Yeah, yeah, look, oh my God, he's with he's with. That's a joke. You don't get respect that way, folks. You really don't. So, but that's his preference, his choice. I'm not knocking it, but that's not for me. So to say for him to be the king of New York and the mafia in the Bronx, nah, that's a joke. That's a complete joke. Who I would pick is my mentor. Yes, Big Ernie. That's real deal. Um, great guy. Like I said, I'm not going to go into stories with him, but really good. Now, I would say in jail. Um, well, let me see if anybody had anything to say with that one. Then we'll go to the jail. Hello, Bronx. Bruno, King of New York. You know what? Bruno's really a nice guy. I love Bruno. Great guy. But nah, I wouldn't say Bruno. Really nice guy. Good guy. But I think where Bruno has his deficiency, we'll call it, he let his father's killer live. So I don't care who it was. Somebody kills my son, my father, my mother, my sister. You're taking them. You're taking them, no doubt. And everybody's different. Everybody acts different. He'll have his excuses why. Just like Michael, the washwoman. But Michael, the washwoman, I can see Bruno in all retrospect. The guy's the boss of the crime family, so it's different. Bruno used the excuse, well, my father was in the life. We know the life could be dangerous. If your ticket's up, it's up. And there's nothing you could do. You have to accept it. True. But I wouldn't accept it. Vinny would have never accepted it. There's a lot of people out there that would have never accepted it, without a doubt. But everybody's different. Now, to say Oh, where was I going with this? If it was Bruno's father that was alive and Joe killed Bruno, guarantee you Sonny Red would have chopped Joe up into a billion pieces, would have waited ample time. Then you make your move. That's a true gangster. That is definitely a true gangster. Bruno's more of a legend. Um, like I said, we called him Cuckoo for a reason. We're going to do a hit. You're on your cell phone outside the guy's house too. You're on your cell phone talking to your girl Joanne. That is not a good look, not a good sign. You know, that's where we said cuckoo. You know, we had zero phones. We had walkie talkies, no cell phones, nothing, pages. We left everything at home. It just wasn't. Even when I drove down to the Bronx, I took my SunPass, Easy Pass, any that tag off the car. Came off the car, left it at home. You weren't tracking me, that's for sure. So no, but there's, everybody has their opinions on certain things. Who else do we have? Who else said that? Joe Messina would be king of all time if he didn't rat. Chris, you know what? Absolutely. Absolutely 1000%. Good response, Chris. Joe Messina, without a doubt, if he didn't cooperate, by far, even though Joe's mistake was he put all weak people in his administration. His entire administration told on him. Entire. Frankie Lino, Frankie Copa, Richie Cantarella, Joey D'Amico. No, he wasn't even in the administration. We have Frank Copa, Frankie Lino, um, Richie Cantarella, Sal Vitale, Big Lou. There was another close person. And those were the top four in his administration. And they told. So not one person from underboss to high captains in the family, they all gave him up. But by far he would have definitely been. That was his only thing. He took the Bonanno crime family out of the garbage, basically kicked off the commission, and just strapped his boots on and did what he had to do and got us back up into a prominent stature. But without that, other than that, if he didn't rat, by far, he would have definitely been the top. But he did the ultimate betrayal, that's for sure. So, let's see who else we have here. Hey, Dom, if they come again, how fast will you spill the beans this time? I have nothing to spill. I have nothing to spill. And let's get it straight, Jordan. Number one, I've always did my time. I wasn't afraid to do time. That's for sure. But when you're taking everything from me while I'm locked up, you took all my guys, you're taking all my money, you liquidated everything from me. And then the boss in jail wants me to take the witness stand on his behalf at trials. No, 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 no. You know what? If I'm going to do it, I do it right. And that's what I did. I make no excuses for it. So how about that? But Jordan, that's your opinion. You could say it. I respect it. I respect it. How many people? 243 people. Hit that like button. Don't be afraid. Detroit Siggy. and 242. You have 174,000. But Detroit, do me a favor. Go check out some of the new videos. Check out. I think we have almost 600,000 views a month and a half on one. So what does that say? Another one a month, 222,000 views. What do you have to say about that? Another one, I think 100 and some odd thousand views. What about that? When we put out good content, we get rewarded. And I owe that to Michael. Michael's great. Michael's part of the team now. He's actually the main backbone for me. So great, great guy. We have a lot of good things coming out. People, if you're going to hate, damn, what have you done, Detroit Ziggy? What have you done? You hang on Jeff Nadeau's things? Like, what have you done? Tell me. Tell me. So who even knows who you are? So don't hate, appreciate. Oh, people, unbelievable haters in the world. It's sad. It's sad. What happened to the guy that gave Greg Scarper AIDS? Did he get whacked? I don't know. Excuse me, folks. We have Joe, Skinny Joe Molino, King of New York, LOL. Listen, if Joey Molino, that's another one. If he was never on a podcast, he'd definitely be the king of Philly, without a doubt, hands down. He would definitely. Everything he went through, endured, without a doubt. The only, I would say, blemish on his record is coming out in social media. That's the only blemish. Johnny Privalone, good to see you. Sorry I'm late. Nah, that's all right. So as long as you're here, brother, as long as you're here, your family. We have down. Joe Bonanno was smart. He was trying to outlaw the feds from entrapping Italians with plants and brass. People couldn't see his vision. I feel Joe Bonanno was a total disgrace. That was my opinion. So never had any respect for the man. You know, you hit a stature and then you go to Arizona, write a book, and nah, I don't believe that. The Yellow King, I miss the Bronx. Tapped in this heat in Florida. Oh, it's hot up there too. Without a doubt. Camilla, how are you? CW, Dom, your watch selection is top tier. Thank you. You like to watch Avalon? I have nothing. I have my, I don't even have my gym clothes. These are my gym clothes, but I didn't go to the gym. That's for sure. Detroit Siggy, here we go. Dominick, you're an active cooperator witness right now, correct? Dominick, Scott Bernstein is all over Fox News reporting Jimmy Hoffa info. Well, you know, number one, I am not active. That's number one. I'm a former cooperator. And that was it. You know what? But I hate to say this. There's no fear in my heart. Because when my time is up, my time is up. I'm straightforward. I walk the streets of the Bronx, New York, like nothing ever happened. Zero. I didn't have a bodyguard. I didn't have protection. I had no friends up there. I had 2 camera guys. That was it. Went in my neighborhood. Went Mulford Avenue, Hazel Towers, Wilkerson Park, Pelham Bay Park, Locust Point, Country Club. Was outside Michael Nose's home in Country Club. I don't know if he's still living there. I think the wife is there, but who knows if he goes in and out. I was there without a doubt. Like I said, Throg's Neck, Tommy's Pizza, Louis and Ernie's, Crosby's. I was even by Rico's. So I didn't go into Rico's, went by there. The Italian restaurant used to be Joe Nino's. So you know what? I was there. Zeppi Arianson went and got my pastries. Walked in, spoke to the grandson. So people, there's nothing. Kool-Aid don't pump through his heart. Some people said, "Why would you do that? Why would you put your life on the line?" Listen, I didn't announce it. I'm not going to be stupid. That's for sure. I'm not going to be stupid. I'm not. Even though I'm poking the bear, I didn't shake that mofo up. I didn't shake him up. So, you know, I'm not stupid. Went around and did what I had to do, film my content, what I had to say, where I had to say it, every damn location. Like I said, we have close to 24 hours of film. So we're there for 3 days all around the Bronx. So Williamsbridge Road, Gun Hill Road, Baychester, White Plains. I was all over the Bronx. Allenton Avenue, all over the Bronx. Right by Fordham Road. Didn't go to Arthur Avenue. Maybe next time we'll stop by there. But and Bernstein, I have no respect for him. To me, he's a joke. Craig says, Dom, don't waste time on these trolls. Cynthia got your contract. Cynthia got the contract to whack these trolls. You go. So let's talk about now. Let me see. We have Jeff Nadeau. To sit down with Jeff Nadeau. Piece of crap, Skip Oaks. You know what, Jeff? I'm going to come. I'll be up in your area soon, Jeff. and we will see. All you're going to do, Jeff, is call the cops when you see me. And you know what, Jeff? I know how to grab you. I know how to take it any way you want. I might grab you to shake your hand, but I think you're going to run. I think you're going to run. You're just a bitch, Jeff. You know what? I'm going to do the smartest thing. Jeff, you're banned. That's it. You're gone. I'm not even going to waste my time with you. You're just a little insignificant wannabe. You are minuscule. You are nothing. Look at you. You look like an Oompa Loompa. You're hideous. You live at home with your mommy. You have nothing better to do, Jeff. Nothing better to do. And Jeff, who knows? You know what? I wouldn't even waste my time because all you do, you're a smack away from telling. You're a smack away from doing nothing. And you know what? You're insignificant. So I wouldn't even extend to shake my hand to you. Soon you see me, you're going to run. And Joey Molino, if you have him in your steak shop, shame on you, Joey. Shame on you. You're nothing, too. So anyway, Mob Talk Social, thank you for the contribution. Good afternoon, Dom. Just flew from LA to Hawaii. Just made your podcast. Thank you, Mob Talk. People, I will be out in LA. I'm going to be in Santa Monica. I'm going to be all over. Santa Monica is my first stop. I'm there for 2 days. So anybody in LA want to hit me up, meet up, go to lunch, dinner, we'll hang. I'm cool with that. But we have a lot of things we're doing in LA for the next 4 days. So we'll keep everybody in tune. So Ryan Brown, hey Dom, off topic. If Randy had picked up his hands that day when you first met him, how fast would you have knocked him out? Was Randy good with his hands at all? I don't know if Randy's good with his hands, but I know I'm okay. I'm okay with my hands. I've knocked out a lot of people in my life. Some with one punch, some with 2 or 3 punch combinations. That's what I was always told and taught. When you're fighting, first punch always stuns. The next 2 knocks them out. Because when you're stunned, you hit. Your brain sac is wobbling. And then the last hit, sometimes it's the second, sometimes it's the third. While it's wobbling, you hit it again, boom, that's what knocks the person out. So, I had my fair share. I would have tore him up. I would have tore him up without a doubt. I sized somebody up. He was shorter than me. He didn't have the reach on me. So I would have probably had him put his hands up, hit him with a few jabs. As soon as he throws, I'm coming with side rib shot, and then follow up with a hook. Ribs, hook, overhand, I don't know. It depends, but I would have tore him up. And he knew it. He wouldn't. He said no. But I really liked Randy. I liked him. I cared for him, but at the end of the day, Randy was too big for his own bridges. Anna, good to see you. Happy Thursday to you as well. It is Thursday, Ray. We have Joseph says, wow, Jeff Nadeau is trolling LMAO. You know what? Jeff Nadeau just got banned. He's the only one I've ever banned. Do you know what? He could go in Oompa Loompa land. Hopefully, maybe he'll be hanging out behind Joey's cheesesteak shop, picking out of the garbage. That's what he looks like. Just a little Oompa Loompa, funny looking little dude. So, just a piece of garbage. And I would love, he really, I would love just to run into him, watch him run. That's all he's going to do. See that little putty thing running down the street with his little stubby ass legs. Oh my Lord, that'd be funny. But you know why he's what did he say? Sounds like a real miserable little boy with clown comments. Yeah. Snake, good to see you. What's going on? Thank you for the contribution. Street guy story, nobody beats Dom. No, listen. I got beat when I had a gun put to my head. That was it. Like I said, I think I was good with my hands, defended myself, could fight. And as I got older, I got even better. You just learn. You learn your tricks. You know how to hit. That's the key to it. Tino, did you know Gerard Marone, Queen's attorney. He did a lot of work for Joe Massino and allegedly tried to get made. No, I did not. Did not know Gerard. Jeff in the house, Dom. No, All-Star, Jeff got blocked. Jeff is blocked. Jeff got blocked. I blocked him. So, anyway. Detroit Siggy, Dom, if the feds called you in, you have to testify, correct? I think so. I'm pretty sure, but I don't know. I don't know if I do, if I don't. That I don't know. That's a good question. I think I do. I have to, part of my agreement. But I don't think at this point they are going to call me in. I've said too much stuff on social media that any good defense attorney could tear me apart. So if you're asking because if Vinny gets a new trial, Vinny's best bet, take a damn plea. But also, if Vinny does get a new trial, that's good. I want to see him go home, even though it'll be a headache for me eventually, some way, somehow. But I would like to see him come home. Chad D. Dom. Hi, Dom. I've always said you own what you did, and you give credit to the guys who do or did stand up, like Skinny Joe. Listen, Chad, I have nothing against the man. The only difference is I ratted, he didn't. He disagrees with I did. Cool. I was on his side of the law and would say the same thing. But the only difference was if I seen a rat at a basketball game anywhere, I'm going to look to take him out. That's just the way I roll. And that's it. That's the difference. And that would be stupid on my part at a basketball game. So I'd probably wait. But again, it's stupid. But whoever said I was smart. So, and then the only thing that I see that he's doing, he's on the streets. He didn't rap, but you're on social media. So that's in the Mafia. That's a no-no. But I do have respect for the guy. Been through it all, and he's doing his thing. And you know what? If he could turn around his life with steak shops, franchise it, more power to him. I wish him all the best, all the success. Him and Little Snuff. Enjoy it. Start doing other things, opening up more steak shops. You have something good there. Always packed. Much respect for that, without a doubt. So, who I would say now the king of the Mafia in prison, I would give it to two people. One guy, very classy. I did a lot of time with him. Really good guy. That would be Louis D. Doan. Great guy. Loved him in jail. You see somebody's true colors when they're in. And then, of course, everybody, I think you know who I'm going to say. Vinny. Without a doubt, hands down, Vinny. Gangster to the G-A-N-S-T-E-R. Gangster to the utmost, gentleman. Respectful. Great guy. So those are the two jail guys. Now, deceased. Who would somebody say deceased would be the gangster of all times? Let's hear this. And we got a lot of good ones, too. Cynthia, thank you for the contribution. Nadu is in the chat trashing coin. Cynthia, if you could block him, block him. Nadu's just a mutt. So let him trash. He's a little man. You know what? Jeff, you trashed the coin when we came out when we were at 0.0004. 0.0004. Now we're stable. We're close to half a cent, $6.5 million market cap, and you're still talking. Jeff, what have you done in life, Jeff? Tell us, what have you done in life? Let me tell you how ignorant you are, Jeff. I'll tell you how ignorant you are. You're a YouTuber. You get your content off of people like me. That's the only way you have content. You're a plagiarizer. You get other people's articles, the research they did, the hard work they did, finding the stories, digging the stories, interviewing. They put a good piece together. You go and take their work and plagiarize it like it's your own. That's number two. Number three, you had to deal with Barstool getting 100+ $100,000 a year for doing nothing, Jeff. Having their logo on your tag. Doing nothing. Actually, it's their tag. Everything is theirs. Well, $100,000 plus. Your little greedy ass was worried about how much the owner of Barstool is making. So being he's making tens of millions of dollars a year, could be hundreds of millions of dollars a year, I don't know. But he's making tens of millions easy a year. You're more worried about what this man's making. So your greed said, you know what? I deserve double because I'm Jeff Poo. And you argued with him and he canned you. And I saw the video when they canned you. Everybody said, nah, 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 nah. You looked ridiculous, Jeff. You looked ridiculous. Nobody liked you there. So here you blew it because of your greed. You're worried about what another man works. So that's called jealousy, envy, and stupidity, Jeff. So you are nowhere near my league. You could trash all you want. Nobody listens to you. Keep on trashing because you know what? I got a lot of people to buy in. When you trashed in the beginning when it was shaky, we're out 3 months, Jeff, and look how stable we are. Wait till everything else comes out, Jeff. You're just going to continue to hate. That's good. That's good. That'll fuel me, fuel us, fuel the team just to do better. So you know what, Jeff? Wish you the best. Hopefully one day you could get over your Napoleonism. Hopefully one day you'll be somebody. You'll be your own man. You'll be somebody productive in your life. You'll stop plagiarizing and you'll find your own spot. You don't have to ride off of our coattails, Jeff, to do a story. You won't have to ride off of somebody, a hard journalist's work. And you'll find your own way in life. Because however old you are, Jeff, you're a pathetic little person. And that's it. So that's my last comment for today. Thank you, Cynthia. Anyway, so I feel better. The truth. I can't thank Dom enough for wearing the surveillance photo sweatsuit. Oh, you're welcome. I told you I still have it. That thing fits good. See, still got the size too. We have to stay in shape. Anna Marie says, oh, Lord. So, yes, somebody got banned. You see that, Anna? Was banned and their comments removed. That's the best way. Dom, Fat Joe Messino flipped the real Mafia, Vito Rizzuto. Oh, now you got two big patsy handlers. You know what? Detroit Siggy, I got to give you that. Vito Rizzuto, definitely gangster. You know what? All right, I'll give you that. We got two for New York. Vito, Big Ernie. You got that one. Thank you. Thank you. Great comment. Appreciate it. Who else? So I would say who died. No, I would say, that? I keep Vito for the street. I'll keep him for the street. Who died? I have to say, by far, it would have to be Quiet Dom. Quiet Dom, by far. We're talking about bosses now. That man ruled. That man at one time, and it was quiet. It was quiet. If he was Chin's right hand, right arm. Nobody knew it. Nobody knew it. And how did I find out? In due time, I'll explain everything. We shared a lot of, I won't put it that way because it sounds something shit. We spent a lot of quality time together. We spoke a lot. We talked a lot. We got very, very, even closer in MDC Brooklyn when the feds put us together thinking there's going to be a mob war in 4 South, 4 North, wherever we were. But no, we laughed it. We played cards every day. We hung out. We had a really good time. So that might be my opinion. And I'm sticking by it. My opinion, I'm going to stick by it. The Yellow King, thank you for the contribution. Got to get back to work. See you tomorrow. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for the contribution. Really appreciate it. Cynthia says, Nadu Snow White is like, ouch. Cynthia says, I got to post that up. People, could you see that post right there? Cynthia says, Nadu Snow White's looking for you. Oh, my God. Chris, hey, Dom. Growing up, do you have any stories from the South Bronx? I heard you crossed paths with Fat Joe and the Terror Squad at some point. No, I never crossed paths with Fat Joe, but I had Cuba Links signed to my label. We had a group of rappers. No, he was looking to sign up, come to the label. I had the producer Arabian Night, Frank Monty was part of that, brought me in. We were going places, that's for sure. But no, who Fat Joe was scared of? Jason Hernandez, Chucky, little Chuck, Puerto Rican dude, short, could fight, throw hands. We almost went at it in Putnam County Jail together, squared off both of us. But and nothing ever happened. When I had the fight with the other guy, Chuck got my back like that. So, we had a lot of respect for everybody, but Fat Joe was scared shit of him. Terrified of Chuck. So, but no, I never crossed paths with Joe. Joe is Joe. So, Detroit Siggy says, Jeff, the douchebag. You know what? Sometimes you have to feel sorry for people that come on and talk nonsense and bash and try to hurt other people with businesses. Those are people who are failing in their lives. Those are people who are just insignificant. They want to be significant by trying to harm other people's livelihoods, try to get people afraid of things. People, you need to say a prayer for that guy. Hopefully one day, hopefully he's not going to go back in the loony bin because of his mental issues. Hopefully Mikey Scars will talk some sense into him, but I doubt it. So, and RJ, those are his close buddies, his confidants, his road partners. So hopefully they'll talk some sense into him. But who knows? Also says, Dom, come to Niagara Falls. We'll have a drink. You know what? Just might do that. Just definitely might do that. Tammy, Dom, did you get it? Did you get it right about what took place in your grandmother's house on Mulford? Dom, did I get it right about what took place? I don't know what took place, but I know my grandmother loved me dearly. My grandmother came to visit me with my cousin Nancy Pipolo and her son Anthony Hill Pipolo. They came to visit me, and while I was away in jail, sent me money, gave me some money when I came home, was calling my house all the time. I didn't get a chance to see her, so I was on supervised release. But I had a good relationship with my grandmother, and it's sad. It's a sad day. She and I said the story. I showed the proof. So, at the end of the day, her own daughter didn't even go to her wake. They didn't even show up at her wake, but went into the house to pillage and sack everything. But then they want to talk about me. Went through $200,000 she had in the bank in 2009, 2010. I showed everybody the records. I had the bank records. Showed the money in the bank. My grandmother, no mortgage, because she did a reverse mortgage with $200,000 in the bank, getting Social Security, collecting 2 rents. That's it. And yet within a year, broke. No money. Boob's job she paid for my cousin's Amex bills, mortgage payments somewhere, trips. So, you know what? They throw stones, but they live in a glass house. So that's all I have to say with that. And the thing with me, if I did something, I fess up to it. I don't hold punches. I fess up to it. I take my poison, just like I did when I ratted. What's the first words I said when I came on YouTube? I have no excuses. I took the coward way out. That's it. No excuse. I could give you a dozen excuses where everybody will say, his boss ratted, he's right. His other boss is talking about him killing somebody, he's right. His boss wants him to take a witness stand at the trial. He's right. His other boss on the street took his whole crew down. He's right. They also took all his money, stole all his assets. He's right. But those, to me, those aren't excuses. I had to deal with it. I lived with it. I got over it, and I learned how to move on. And that's it. So I take my poison. I respect, but a lot of people can't do that. They're not built that way. Detroit Siggy, Dominick, how many pastries could you carry on a cannoli run? I have no idea, brother. I have no idea. All-Star says, Jeff lost 25K in a poker hand. He has the winning hand, and some lady got him to fold. She's had nothing. Wow. Well, if that's true, I feel for him. I'm not even going to say that one, Craig. So, Coach's Corner. It's the second and third punch for sure, Dom. Quick jab, body, headshots. You know the drill. Absolutely, Coach. Absolutely. You know what? I was on Allenton Avenue one time. I had what do we have? We were selling crack on one corner, Allenton, Burke Avenue. We had an after hours. We took over. I was with Patsy Perillo, Danny Dimes, Ralph Talentino. We took over. We took the owners out of the place. They got it back at a sit down, but that was like 6 months later. We destroyed the place. Anyway, selling crack on the corner, heroin on the in the Allenton Avenue Park. The guy came up to me, said something, and it was funny too. I had family in the after hours. It was during the day. It was maybe about 7, 8 o'clock at night, still early. Actually, you know who it was? I had my mother, Josephine Lombardi, and I think her son was with her, Louis Lombardi. We called him Ducky. He does a lot of TV stuff. They're in the bar. I had somebody call me outside. I go outside, and we just came from dinner. So I said, come on, let's stop over here, get a drink. So we're in there, and I get called outside. A guy said something to me. Comes up, wanted money and this and that. So he extended his hand. As he extends his hand, man, I hit this guy with a two-piece. The first punch, I knocked him out. But I caught him with a hook. Threw an overhand, then caught him with a hook as he was going back. This man went flying. He hit that ground so hard, head first. Oh, my Lord. And then everybody's running, screaming. You know, they thought like, oh, my God, this guy's blood started coming out, going down the sidewalk. I walked in the bar. Come on, we got to go. We got to leave. But you're right. That second punch is deadly. Deadly. And the third, you could really hurt somebody bad if you know how to throw punches, without a doubt. Anna Eek, yeah. What do we have? Bad, I'm just going to call you. Van Zant used to go at it with Vinny over business, right or wrong. No, Robert Van Zant was a great guy. That was Vinny's business partner. What happened with Robert Van Zant, when Robert Van Zant was in Fort Dix, New Jersey, he did some time. He went away. Guys were bothering him. So I think it was Big Lou. James Taglione was there. Vinny sent word in. So I think Robert's father went to Vinny. They're bothering my son. So Vinny sent word in. James took care of him. Nobody bothered Robert. So now when Robert came home, he's around Vinny. Vinny protected him. Became partners with the construction business. We'd find property. Robert would come up with the money. And then Anthony Donato was running all the construction projects, building out the jobs. They had a good thing going. If I found property, Vinny would say, all right, give Dominick $100,000. And then Vinny and I would go 50-50 on his side, his profit. We did that on quite a few deals. So, and it worked. It was working. But yeah, there was one time we're in the Van Zandt, and Robert started feeling froggy. So Robert said something to Vinny, and I'm looking at Vinny. We're sitting in the office. The door's open. We're in the new building. Vinny turned beet red. And I'm like, oh, boy, here we go. So as soon as I saw him turn red, I get up and I shut the door, the office door. Vinny turned around and says, listen, you ever think you're going to talk to me like that, you're going to have a problem like there's no tomorrow. Do you hear me? You understand? Just because we're partners doesn't give you the right to speak to me, especially in front of somebody like that. Who do you think you're talking to? As Vinny said, who you think you're talking to, like Robert turned pale white. Right away, Robert's father came in the office. Everything all right in here? Everything? Yeah, yeah, Bob, no problem, no problem. When we left, Vinny's like, Dom, if it was anybody else, I would have thrown him out the window. Anybody, he's lucky he comes up with so much money. But Vinny, I would have never let you put your hands on him. I know that. I would have got. He says, Bo, I know. And we left it at that. But yeah, Robert got sassy with him one time, and but I loved Robert. I loved him. Really good guy. I went to a lot of events with him, his family, mother, father, wife. Really, really good guy. And may he rest in peace, Robert. So it's sad that he died. Detroit Siggy, okay. Jeff is going to check in the nut house. Damn, people, don't worry about him. You know what? He's irrelevant. Let's just keep it light. Forget about Nadu. We know Nadu was in the chat. What a for goalie. People, you know why I started to go off? And then I thought about it. He's not even worth it. So why go for negative? Keep it positive. Don't worry about him. He's just a nobody. Just a nobody. Kim, I don't understand how you sleep at night and wake up pursuing the day after you have killed people. Kim, it's all part of the business. I'm sorry, it's part of the life. When you're at war, You kill somebody, you move on. Same thing. You're in the drug business, you're in the streets, loan sharking, if you have porn, prostitution out there, big things. Somebody comes to harm you, you have to handle it, right? Same thing with the mafia. You have to handle it. And that's it. Life goes on. Because that could be me. That could be me. I'm not going after Mother Teresa. I'm not going after somebody who's a businessman, somebody I'm looking to harm them. No, I'm going after another gangster. Thank God it was another gangster. But you asked too, and I'll bring this up since it just dawned on me. Well, the prosecutor, the hit that Joe Massino put on Greg Andres, and I told Greg, yes, I would have been with Vinny. I would have been one of the shooters. Straight up, I told him. And he's like, all right, I appreciate that. But it's business at the end of the day. It's business. It's part of the life. Yes, he's a civilian, but you know what? If I don't follow the order, I'm getting killed. So you just become hard. Yes, it's cruel. It's crazy, but you become hard, cold-hearted, and you do what you have to do. And that's it. It's part of the life. And it is disgusting. I agree with you. Vincent Mueller, one day the mafia took me for a ride. When they found out who I was, they had to out me back. Godfather 3. Unfiltered. He just doesn't look like the kind of guy that should pissing off guys like you. You know what? It happens. I've turned my life around, and that's it. Detroit Siggy, gotta go lick Scott Bernstein's. Yeah. Tammy, rise above, Dom. Don't ever sink to that level. Sometimes, you know what? I go down there and I catch myself like I did with Jeff. I caught myself. It's hard. It's hard. You know why? Because sometimes words could cut and you just get so frustrated. Like, thank God I have the strength, I have the wayward. Somebody like him, it's not even worth it. He's not even in my level, on my playing field. Just somebody who got smacked at a game and did nothing, got smacked in AC, did nothing. Like, wow, how could you get smacked in, it's just mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. But to each his own. To each his own. Who else we have? We're scrolling down quick. Anna says, Dom, How do you pronounce your last name? I've heard it in 3 different ways. LOL. Well, you tell me how to pronounce it. How about that? Cicale. Cicale. Italy. Cicala. Cicala. And Domenico. Domenico is my name in Italian. Domenico. That's what they would call me. Chad. Dom, I think you're right. Jeff's most definitely take the high road. Absolutely. Who is more dangerous, Johnny Joe or Chuck Zito? Johnny Joe by far. Chuck Zito's not dangerous. He could fight. He could fight. He knocked out Jean-Claude Van Damme in scores one night. Jean-Claude Van Damme set up. As he's setting up, Chuck threw a punch. Chuck has hands on him. Listen, I have big hands, folks. Chuck's hands are doubled my size. He has heavy hands. And he's a big boy. He's a big boy. So, but Johnny Joe by far. Johnny Joe by far. The Truth says, Anna Marie, I was delighted to hear from Anthony Ridge. Anthony would have called a sit down to discipline a mob soldier if he saw a soldier skate past him with rollerblades. Well, the Truth, I hate to tell you, Anthony was never a made guy. Anthony's really a nice guy. I like him. Very personable, he seems, but he was never a made guy. His father, powerhouse. Andy was a powerhouse. I was with Andy in Allenwood. Great, great guy. Michael, thank you for the contribution. Frankie and Johnny's or Patricia's in Morris Park. I take Frankie's and Johnny's by far. Frankie's and Johnny's, without a doubt. CW, that was a different era, Dom. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Donnie says, I hate Jeff Nadeau. You know, I feel sorry for him. He's just, for someone to be that hateful, that harmful, that grudgeful, you have to feel sorry for them. You're not dealing with a full deck. And then look at him. Look at him. I saw him in one video. He has a drink in his hand, shaking, laughing, with a girl next to him. Girl looked attractive, but I'm like, oh my God, Jeff, please. You look ridiculous. But to each his own. To each his own. Emmanuel, Camilla, I find it funny you ignore me, Bella Mama. Okay. Let's see who else we have. Detroit Siggy. Unfortunately, Dominick and New York Bonannos can't comprehend that their house burned down on 1963. Big Paulie let them back in after Carlo died. Nice move, Big Paulie. Okay. I'm scrolling down, folks, real fast. Giles, let's see, Giles. I just passed you. Cynthia says, guys, hit that like button. Hit that like button, please. Hit the like button. Don't worry, even your haters. Jeff, hit the like button. You can at least do that. You got blocked. I'll unblock you if you hit the like button. 7-7 the Truth, right, Cynthia? Nadeau is definitely dopey. Anthony, Michael, Emmanuel, you're spelling it wrong. It starts with a V. Okay. I'm scrolling. Wow, I'm way behind. Sorry about that, folks. All-Star Dom, what's that house worth now? Oh, my grandmother's? I could have bought it out. I negotiated with the bank for $400,000. I think $460,000 as is. It needs about maybe $400,000 or $500,000 into it. Once it's done, it's probably worth about $1.3 million. But my greedy ass aunt and cousin, you know, I could do it, but I'm not going to give them a penny. So if I did it, they would get their 50%, and I'm not going to do it. They're not going to make a dime off my money, that's for sure. So, people, we're going to start wrapping it up. I still haven't even packed for my 4-day excursion to LA. But people, wanted to say before we sign off, OCN, the program, we'll be announcing it. It's going to be on domcicale.com. domcicale.com. We're speaking with the company that locks the wallets, so we're getting them in order. and we'll be announcing it on Michael's show with the links and everything. So you have plenty of time. You're right. You're the first to know. It hasn't even opened yet. So as long as you have your stuff, you're good to go. We'll do the match program as long as you comply with the terms and conditions. That's it. You're in. I got my people. I got you back. So don't worry about that. Detroit trip went excellent. So things will be coming out. I went over things with the website. So we have a lot of stuff coming out. Just bear with us. I mean, it's hard. It's difficult, especially when sometimes you depend on people. They don't do things to your liking. It's difficult. It's difficult. So, but we're working on it. Things are stable. We're growing. We're building. Even the guys in Detroit loved it, loved the idea, loved the concept. I shared things with them that it's not out yet. They signed their confidentiality agreements. So we have a lot of good things coming. And just stay tuned. As long as you believe in me the way I believe in you people, remember, we're a family. We're a group. We're a movement. Let the Nadus of the world hate. Let them try to knock with their negativity. We'll just persevere, keep on moving forward. That'll just give us more determination, folks. Give us much more determination to do what we have to do. So you believe in me, I believe in you. Remember, hard work, determination, dedication will get you success every time. OCN to the moon. We are definitely building something unique. Gaming's almost there. So hopefully Lee will finally say yes. Josh will get all the little quirks out of it so we could go into our beta testing phase with you people. But remember, go to domcicale.com and all the links will be up there. We'll have it spelled out. I'll let you people know once we have our terms and conditions ready, how to comply. Lee will be talking with the company tomorrow that locks the wallets, and we'll take it from there. So wish everybody a great night. Hit that like button, please. Show some love. That's all we ask here. And wish everybody the best. Sam the man, Philly Bob, good night. Cynthia, good night. Much love and respect to you. Who else we have? Anna, good night. Oh, you're welcome, Anna. You're welcome. Wise Guy, good night. Patrick, good night. Hey, Patrick, good to see you. Thank you for coming on. Appreciate it. Let's see. Good night. Safe travels. OCN to the moon. That's right, Patrick. You got that. Nancy Nicole, good night. Vincent Muyula, good night. Giles, good night. Take care. Much love and respect to you, Giles. Sam the man. Easty Kid, good night. Who else? Mustang Sally, good night. Good night. That's all right, Patrick. Better late than never. Thank you, though. Thank you for coming on. Johnny Privalone, good night. Safe travels. Thank you. Thank you. Early in the morning, I'm leaving. Raphael, good night. People, have a wonderful evening. Donna, good night. Appreciate it. Wish everybody the best. And thank you for all the love and respect. And we'll see everybody tonight. Let me see. Live at 5 in LA. Let me see the time, what time it is. And then we'll take it from there. Peace out. Have a wonderful evening. Much love and respect to everybody.